And then on Friday's action, Shane, a little bit. It's almost like the storylines heading into the matchup. One out yet again here as Arkansas beats Missouri 34-17. Finally snaps that streak over the Tigers. And the Razorbacks, Shane, first time ever, I believe, all 3 rivalry trophies. Now they possess the Golden Boot, the Battle Line, and whatever the hell they call the Texas A&M one. Whatever it is, the Razorbacks got them all. They were posing with the photos after the game. And, this was a game where Treylon Burks took over. He's a man amongst boys. 7 catches, 129 and a touchdown. KJ Jefferson was outstanding as always. And then on the flip side, it was Tyler Beatty, another 200-yard performance, doing everything he could possibly do to keep his team in the ball game. But it wasn't enough because, again, they're not balanced. Connor Bazelak, I know he's banged up, but, man, just the more I watch him, I don't know, he's just not the answer, at least not right now. Missing on these deep balls, not very consistent. And Arkansas came out very, very sloppy. It felt like a team that had went toe-to-toe against Alabama and come up short. That's what it felt like in the first half. But I'm sure Sam Pittman let them know how he felt about that at halftime, because they came out energized and just whooped up on Missouri. And at the end of the day, Shane, I know there were some disappointing results for the Arkansas Razorbacks this season, but most people were saying this was the most difficult schedule in the country heading into the year. And at 8-4, I think Sam Pittman and the Razorbacks, they're going to take that facing this gauntlet in year 2 of the Sam Pittman era.
Mike, a couple things on this game. I mean, obviously it was kind of a sloppy first half, man. And it just felt like Arkansas was the one that took advantage of the halftime adjustments. They came out just mixing everything up. Missouri didn't. They just kept giving Beatty the ball. And don't get me wrong, I love Tyler Beatty. We've sang his praises from week 1. We think he should be a Heisman winner, if not definitely a candidate. They gave him the ball 41 damn times. At times I'm watching them and I'm like, why do we even have Bazelak in there? Why don't we do like Kentucky with Lynn Bowden last year and just let him, but give him an extra lineman at least. Make the 11 out there help him out just a little. And I mean, that may work with some of these teams in the SEC. It's not going to work against teams like Arkansas, man. And they just got so one-dimensional, caught up, just trying to get Beatty the ball for some reason. I get it. He's a fantastic running back, but we needed some other weapons to step up. And that second half, every time Arkansas had an answer, Missouri didn't. They were 3 and out. They were punting the ball. They were just their drives were being cut short. They just felt like there was no life on that side of the ball. So Beatty needed help, and he definitely needed from quarterback to stop Arkansas from loading up the box.
Yeah, and Arkansas, Shane, they averaged, check this out, 10 yards on first down, whereas Missouri only averaged 3.9. I mean, when you're giving yourself that big of an advantage on the early downs, that was critical to the football game, and that's why Arkansas just kind of blew the doors off Missouri here. I know, they scored late to make it look a little bit more competitive, but this is what you wanted to see. This is, Arkansas fans say it's not a rivalry. I get all that, but until you beat Missouri, you can't really talk down to them, so you had to get over this hump. And after the game, I don't know if you saw this, Shane, this was maybe the most epic troll job of the week. Let's kick it over to the Arkansas official Twitter handle.
We are Mizzou, so who you?
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, I see.
Oh, man, so that's how you troll someone after a win. You know what?
Oh, my God. Poor Mizzou. I've been at the receiving end of this, when you're somebody from your university does something so stupid and lingers around for years, It's like the butt chugging up there at Knoxville. I thought we'd never see the end of that thing, So this video will be played till our death, Mike. So this was hilarious. This wasn't the only thing they did either. They took advantage of the uniform uniform things that they were doing. I mean, Arkansas, they should, if they had awards for, I guess you would say, media teams, Arkansas's got it, right? I mean, it's not even close.
Yeah, they're
the ultimate troll. They're from yeah.
We need a playoff poll of troll.
Sometimes I look at them like, is this Barstool, Arkansas? It's like, oh no, this is the actual university. Okay, come on now. Vanderbilt's putting on how many bowl games they did in the last 10 years. That's their troll job. You know what I'm saying? Arkansas is just dragging Mizzou through the mud. But buddy, that's awesome, because you know why? Next time these two teams meet, it's going to be that much more special. There was so much chippy games that happened this weekend, and it just because kids were playing at a higher level. You know what I'm saying? I think about what's his name down there in Florida with running out with a damn helmet. Pierce. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that kid, it's more than just this game, man. He hates Florida State. This team hates Mizzou. Mizzou hates Arkansas. That's what we love about the rivalries, because it just seems like all the players are playing a notch or two higher than they usually do.
Yeah, without a doubt.
It seemed like Treylon got dinged up there early in the first quarter and then came back and had the game he did. Well, what's that say about him, and what have you thought about his season in general, going over 1,000 yards?
He's a bad man. I mean, I asked Dave, I said, where's Burks? He said, the trailer. I said, go get him. I mean, we got to get him out of there. Bad stuff happens in there, but he came back, said he felt fine. He can do almost anything. I mean, he can catch the ball. He running better routes. He can block. Obviously, he ran the option. Just a really, really talented guy, and just a better kid than he is talent. And I think everybody knows that. But running that option, wasn't that beautiful? He held it long enough, pitched it out there to Rocket. And the great thing about Burks is him doing that was just every bit as important to him as if he would have been the guy that scored the touchdown. I mean, he's just a special, special person.
Can you express what it means to have all three of your trophy games and trophies?
I don't know if I can. To be perfectly honest with you, we don't have a guy on our team that had any of them ever. Not one that earned one of them. And to have those three trophies in there, and Larry, that's we didn't earn Larry. We bought him for $20, but to have those three trophies in there is big. I didn't know it. Like I said before, Grant said, I said, why you don't make such a big deal out of these trophies? Of course I do. And Grant said, because there's not any of us ever earned one of them. And to have all three of them for the first time in the history of the University of Arkansas, or to beat all three of those teams in the same year, I believe for the first time as well. It's a great tribute to those kids and to my assistant coaches.
You guys give Barry a game ball or a cake or something or anything?
Actually, I didn't. I had the game ball. I gave it to Grant Morgan, and I gave it to Joe Fouché, and I asked them to give it to Barry. And they stood up, talked about what Coach Odom means to him, and gave him certainly did give him a game ball. He deserved it.
Tyler Beatty did set the single season all-time record today for single rushing yards in the season. Just can you sum up what he's meant to your team this entire year?
I mean, he's a special player. He's a great competitor. He gives us everything he's got. And, for him to get that record, that's a special thing. I know he'll be disappointed in the result today, but I know he was, I know he gave us everything he had.
Eli, obviously 65 yards passing is, I'm sure, not what you wanted. I guess just what went into kind of Connor's struggles? What did you see from him?
I'll have to go back and watch the tape. I mean, first drive, we miss a 3rd and short. We miss a wide open pass down the middle that felt like you know, we felt like we had pretty good dialed up, and just kind of after that, we weren't able to really get into a rhythm, consistently complete footballs down the field. They were playing press man, and you know, it just weren't connecting there.